When working or repairing on irrigation or lawn sprinkler systems for irrigation for a lawn, one may have to zone it out how many square feet the lawn is, how much natural area one has. There are variables. There's how much water pressure one has. That varies from neighborhood to neighborhood. So once one figures the appropriate data, what one needs, say if one needs a 4 zone system or a 5 zone system, etc., then one may wonder. Say, let's just take a hypothetical and use the hypothesis here and say one has a 4 zone system. Well, one goes to the supply house and goes to buy the valves, sprinkler heads, etc. And there are different types, different name brands, etc. So, anyway, say we're going to have a 4 zone system. So, this means we're going to need 4 of these. Again, let me reiterate a 4 zone system needs 4 of these, 4 valves. A 5 zone system needs 5 valves. 6 zone system needs 6 valves. 3 zone needs three, etc. So, okay. So, my opinion is say, hypothetically, one goes and one has a 4 zone system. Well, you say, well, I only need four, so I'm only buying four. My opinion is it may not be a bad idea to say, for instance, all of your valves are the same, and it's good to keep all of your valves the same from the same manufacturer and this sort of thing. It's not engraved in stone. It doesn't have to be this way. But if you come back and later work on the system, it may be easier if you know what you've got and what you have already bought and what you have in the ground. So let's just say we bought a 4 zone system. My opinion is you have 4 of these valves. So it may be better to buy, say, 3 extra. So if you got a 4 zone system, my opinion, it may be better to buy, say, 3 extra. So that would be 4 plus 3, that would be 7. Well, you say, well, that's spending unnecessary money. Not really. Let me clarify. Okay, if we have the same valves, the identical valves, when I say buy 3 extra, I mean buy 3 extra of identical valves. So then the question is, what would I do? Here's the issue. If one breaks, say for instance, if one backs this screw out, this screw gets blown out, the pressure blows it, you can't find it. If you've got another valve, you can take parts off of this valve. Let's just hypothetically say your solenoid's bad. Well, if your solenoid's bad, you have 3 extra valves, you can use a solenoid. Instead of pulling this out, digging all this out, and it depends on who put the system in, how easy this could be, and it's never easy in my opinion, but some situations are, can be very cumbersome. So if, say for instance, if the solenoid went bad, we would simply screw this off, screw the one off from the other one, clip the wires, rewire it back up. We're good to go. Let's take a hypothetical. Let's say you run the sprinkler system, zone 1, 2, 3, 4. Whether you run it manually, whether you run it automatically. Okay, the system goes off and the entire system is supposed to go off, but then you see zone 2, let's just say for just fictitious purposes, is still running and will not go off if you hit the clock and even if you turn it to clock. So something's stuck in here. Well, if we have 3 extra valves, we could take one of those valves and unscrew this, unscrew this, unscrew this. That is, make sure first that the water's turned off and that there's no water pressure. But after we do this, we could take this top part and then clean this out and take one from the other valve and put on here and put in retrofit this screw, this screw, this screw, this screw. So it could actually save you a lot of hassle, time, and money if you have an extra. Sort of like we're going to extrapolate this and say, for instance, one was laying tile in the bathroom or the kitchen, wherever that may be. My suggestion is to get 2 or 3 extra box. Well, why would one want to get an extra box? That's spending extra money. Yeah, but if one breaks and you go back and this has been discontinued or the tile has been discontinued, you have an extra tile. So you just pull one out of the box and put it back in and it matches up. In a similar situation with this. So again, say if you bought, so keep, my opinion is it's better if you keep the same manufacturer if you can. It now, will it work the other way? Yes, it will work. However, you want to keep the same valves and buy you about 3 extra. So that way, if you ever have to come back and work on it, it should be a lot easier to work on versus digging it out, cutting the wires, figuring out which way the wires go. And if you're not skilled in this, it can put your IQ to the test. I've had I've had a few that's actually the learning curve has gotten quite steep. Then I've had some work on it, and I'm like, whew, how did somebody figure to put that in that way? But notwithstanding, if you do this and you get you 3 extra, this part goes bad, get you a part off of the other one. This part goes bad, unscrew this. After you've turned the water off, take this off, put the one from the extra valve on, and you don't have to dig up your entire yard. Or if the solenoid goes bad, simply unscrew the solenoid, take the solenoid off the other one, and put it on. So I hope this little tip helps. So again, say if you were buying a 4-zone system, just go ahead and get 3 extra and save yourself some grief down the road and put them somewhere where you can find them and readily access. Or if you hire an irrigation or a plumber to work on it, that they have access to it and you can remember where it's at so you don't lose them. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.